I want to walk you through a word problem, the likes of which you might see on a test. You might even see something like this on Friday's test. Let's look at it here. Gabby's using ribbon to create girls' hair barrettes. Ooh, exciting problem here. 10 small barrettes, 12 large barrettes. She used a total of 138 yards of ribbon. And then she did another craft fair and made 10 small ones and 13 large ones. And that used a total of 147 yards. How many yards of ribbon does she use for each? This is very similar to the Elmer's glue and glue sticks problem that we looked at in class. We can let x equal the number of yards of ribbon needed for a small barrette and y equal the yards of ribbon needed for a large barrette. It doesn't matter which you make x and which you make y, but you have to remember which you called which, because when you get your answer, you need to know what each number means. The first thing I did was multiply the bottom equation by -1, because I want to make sure that the coefficients of either the x or y are the same number but different signs. In other words, that they're opposites. So if I multiply this second equation by -1, I'm going to get 10x on the first equation and then negative 10x in the second equation. So here's what we have when we multiply -1 to the second equation. Then I'm just going to bring that first equation down. And now I have the coefficients right where I want them to eliminate one of them, eliminate the x by addition. When I do the math, when I add the bottom one to the top one, or the top to the bottom, doesn't matter, but we're going to get 0x minus 1y equals -9. Then when we do the math, we're going to get y equals 9. Cool, we're halfway there. We can even put it in the y coordinate of our coordinate pair. That's a good habit to get into just because you know you've solved half of this thing. And also, since we know y equals 9, we can, as always, plug it back in for y here. If y equals 9, that means anywhere I see a y, I can plug in a 9. So it looked like this once I plug in the 9. I always plug in using parentheses. Then I start doing my math. So I multiply 12 times 9, I get 108. I work this out, you can see all the steps, and I get x equals 3. Cool. Well, that 3 is the x coordinate of my coordinate pair solution, 3, 9. What that means is, since we said x is the yards of ribbon needed for a small barrette, and the x coordinate of our solution is 3, it means she needs 3 yards of ribbon for a small barrette. Since 9 is the y coordinate of our answer, and y was the yards of ribbon needed for a large barrette, then 9 is the number of yards of ribbon she needs for a large barrette. You guys have all the tools you need to do really well on this test. All these word problems are an extension of the ones we've already done, the elimination by addition problems that we've already done. So if you can turn a word problem into something like this, you should be able to solve it. Your homework tonight is IXL questions almost exactly like this. The more you do, the better you'll understand this stuff. And it's a really good feeling when you truly know, I got this. What I would say is, if you can get 5 in a row, you got this. So give that a try. That's your homework for tonight, to get 5 in a row on the IXL section I post on Jupyter. Good luck.